Hey guys, good morning. Well, it's morning where I am, and I just received my regular orders from the organic shop online, Abel and Co. So, part of the things that I ordered are this chicken carcass. If you can see it right here in the liquid, two of them in the pack. I'm using this basically to make a broth and of course get some vegetable soup out of it. And something else you could do, guys, if you want to make this into a collagen rich liquid, you can then add some more bones, any bony part of the chicken that has joints like the leg, the feet. Chicken feet especially are very rich in collagen, and you can use some other type of animals rather than chicken on its own. You can also put fish heads, especially sardine, egg, bony type of fish that has lots of bones in it. Throw them all in together in a very deep pan with lots of, I normally use filtered water here for cooking and drinking and stuff, so I prefer filtered liquid. So in this particular mixture I've added sea salts, a little bit of sea salts, but I'm going to add this seaweed salt. It's Cornish seaweed salts. I'm just going to add 1 teaspoon because I've added the plain sea salt from the other container. So just one. I have a big massive 5 kilo sea salt in there. Okay, so and also 1 big red onion, which were diced or chopped. Doesn't have to be finely diced. Put them in. And about 4-5 sprigs of rosemary from my veggie out the back in my herbs. Quite a lot of them are just taking them out the stalk and put them all in instead of chopping it. And I've put 2 whole scotch bonnet pepper in here. I don't want to chop it down. It's going to break down during the cooking, because this cooking is going to be here for a good few hours, maybe 2 hours. The longer you cook bones with cartilage, like look at that cartilage, the more collagen you get out of it. So this is pure medicine, guys. As they say, let food be thy medicine. Okay, so and also I have about 10 bay leaves fresh. I've just picked them. Also I have a row of edges of bay leaves, so I can use them as much as I need to, really. And on top of this, I wanted these ones to go in first and keep cooking before I add the rest of the ingredients. I was going to add the celery. I have 2 stalks of celery all chopped on here in the chopping board. I'm just going to add a little bit, a handful, to cook into a pulp with the liquid, but I'm going to add the rest towards the end to have a bite and a crunch for the soup, because I'm going to have a bowl of soup out of this for lunch when it's cooked, and that's why I'm cooking it now, so it can be ready on time. So the next thing, also carrots. I've also cut down about 4 medium-sized carrots. Look at the big chunk, so it doesn't have to be fine because they're going to get cooked, and vegetables are soft, and they can break down along the way. So I'm just going to add a little bit of that yet again, and I'm going to save the rest for towards the end of the cooking. So I have crispy chunky vegetables when this is all done, and this can just be some soup that you have at intervals whenever you're hungry, or you can have it as a main meal If you want to add maybe some sweet potato on the side and top it up, top the soup up with a little bit of the sweet potato, or you can have a nice crusty, well, in my case, gluten-free bread. Okay, and for a complete keto, you can just have it like this with no other carbs, just mainly non-starchy vegetables. So the next on the item is this. Oh, I am falling in love with leek. So 2 medium-sized leek, cut down and washed. So I'm going to chop it and throw them all in here. And I'm also going to keep the soft baby parts of this leek for after. So I'm not going to put everything in all in one go. So, but I'm going to add some of this now, so we can have some cook into a pot to give the soup some thickness as well, and let them break down so it's not just like clear liquid and it's got some vegetable lost in the liquid. So that's the plan. So this okay, so I'm just going to throw these in as they are. Okay, let's throw them in there. And this is, look at that. And all of these are organic, guys. If you're going to eat something and you're going to go through the trouble, make sure you eliminate toxins like pesticide. So I'm doing this to make sure I'm not buying anything that already has pesticide in it. I'd rather pay a little bit more to have organic produce than having more produce with toxin. Okay, now let's roll up this leaf. Okay, so just going to cut these two down. Let's put them there first, and then this is not as tough as the back of the first lot that I cut. So these are a little bit more soft, softer than the other ones. So I'm going to keep the softer one in the bowl for the after last minute throwing into the soup. Okay, let's take a few more for the later into the bowl and throw this into the soup. So the next on the agenda is to cut this fennel. So fennel is something that I've just recently started using. So I'm just going to cut a little part of this. So you can cut that part off first and just slice it down like that. Let's do this way. So that hard part smells, wow, like aniseed, like 5 spice. Beautiful. So I'm going to have a lot of use for this fennel. I'm just going to use some of this in this soup. Look at that. And I'm going to take this branch there. I'm going to cut this down. And also fennel can be used in salad as well. So I'm just going to have a taste. This is very, very delicious. And this is also organic, by the way. Okay, right, so let's dice into the soup. And I think I'm going to eat this one as well. Beautiful. Nice. Okay. And then cut this down into the soup as well. Okay. Okay, so perhaps we should leave a little bit for the after in this soup. There we go. Let me just cut this down. Okay. Don't forget all of these vegetables will break down, and if they don't, you have the chunk to eat. Okay, so there we go. In there, there. So I'm not going to waste what's on the end of this. So there you are. That can go in the composts, and this in this soup. Okay, and this, cut it down. For the last mini vegetable, I'm loving the taste of this in my mouth. Okay, and that one is slightly hard. Let's put it in the bowl. So all of these vegetables are going to go in towards the end of the cooking when I'm ready to finish it up as a soup. And as I said, you can add other things into this soup, but mainly vegetables and the chicken carcass. And if you have chicken feet, buy it. If this organic shop have chicken feet, I'll buy it. You know, let me tell you a story. A while ago, one of my sisters abroad was having problem with her knee, and she couldn't get up, not even able to get out of bed. So I gave her this recipe over the phone, and I'm not telling fibs. She made this on a Sunday afternoon, straight from church, started cooking and started drinking it. After it's cooked, you know, when it's calmed down and cool and everything, it goes into a jelly, you know. So she wasn't just using the chicken carcass, as I said, use some fish, eggs, fish bones, and chicken feet, most importantly. That's very key. And it goes down into a jelly, the same jelly that they have in ice cream and jelly. That's collagen, that's pure collagen. Okay, so once it's cooled down, as I pack it up in small portions and take one out at a time, one per day. Just top it up with some boiled water and drink it like a cup of soup. And I tell you, within the week, she was up and running. And up to now, she's still drinking collagen. Okay, so I'm going to boil this kettle and show you another way of using part of this fennel to make a cup of tea. Okay, so a little bit of water in there. Let's boil it. And I have my cup for a nice hot drink. And I'm just going to take the fronts of the fennel, just those leafy parts. I'm just going to take some of them as part of the fennel. It's an amazing, fantastic aroma. Very, very similar on the end to the celery. Okay, so let's move down here. I need to keep it in the bowl. Let's add some fronts. Look at that. Apparently, fennel seeds or fennel generally is good for your digestion, for your tummy. Just taking one more and top it up with the liquid. So there we go. There's another one on there. Waste not, want not. Now, so while the soup is boiling away, I'm going to make myself this nice fennel tea so I can go and sit down or do other things that I need to do and sip this tea in between. Okay, So there is the fennel tea, and let's put the lid on here, and I'm going to leave it on the slow cook for a bit. There, nice and warm. Okay, so this fire is on the full. Oh, one more ingredient to go in here. I was going to add the turmeric. So towards the end of the cooking, I'm going to add some of this turmeric in a bit. So you know, turmeric is also part of the ingredients. Anti-inflammatory, especially when we talk about the arthritis, when you have aches and pain, cold, flu-like symptoms, especially in this COVID season. Okay, so there is my tea. Look at that. Let's smell it. Let's have a taste. Just going to use the same spoon, wipe it off, and let's taste it. Very mild, which is surprising. I was expecting to be very strong. Well, I suppose because this is quite fresh and it's not dry or concentrated. When you have dry herbs, they can feel very concentrated and strong. So perhaps I need to put more, but I'm just going to enjoy it as it is, and I'm going to eat this when I finish the tea. So that way I'm getting more. There we go. So let's reduce this fire to very small. It's on 8 at the moment, so I'm taking it down to about 3. Okay, so it's going to calm down and simmer down now. There you see, look at that. Induction hob is magic. Oops, okay, it's coming back up and down. Okay, so I hope you've been inspired to go and make your own broth or collagen. So if you want this to be more of collagen than just broth, add more bony chicken feet, chicken heads or neck, legs, you know, joints. Basically that's where your cartilage is, and it's rich in collagen. And of course I will also add some fish heads into this to have more collagen effect. So it's looking like, I think that tea is changing color, or is it just me? Oh yeah, it is. I thought it was the reflection of this or the light, but it is actually. Let's turn the camera away from that part. You can see now that maybe you can't, but I can see. It's changing color now. It's turning to green. So let's have more taste. I can taste the freshness of the fennel, and it's beautiful. So I'll come back to give you an update and show you the finished product, and of course my bowl of soup when I'm ready to eat it. Hopefully somebody else will enjoy making this in their kitchen. See you in a bit. Beautiful. At this stage, when the chicken soup or broth or collagen, whatever we like to call it, it's at that stage now. It's cooked down very nicely, and I can see the thickness coming together or forming, and the bone, basically the carcass is broken down, and you can let it carry on cooking for further to break this down, and the chicken will be shredded. The little chicken on the carcass will be so shredded as well. So this is what that carcass is looking like right now. You can see it's falling apart basically. So what I've done, I've taken some of the liquid from here into this pan to make a soup that is ready to eat. And also the vegetables that I cut up, half of it, I've put it in here. I'm leaving this half for my other half or somebody else in the family to use to make some soup from here to reconstitute like I've done. So as I said, I was leaving that vegetables or those vegetables for the end of the cooking so it doesn't break down and you got a bit of a bite to the vegetables and a crunch other than the liquid, and I don't want it to be slushy and all mashed up. So that's the scotch bonnet pepper. Hasn't completely broken down, so I can basically mash it up into the liquid. But if somebody else who doesn't want the heat is eating, I'll just take this out, put it in my bowl or throw it away if I don't want it too spicy as well. So what I've also done is I have some roasted chicken in the fridge, so I've just taken some chunks of the chicken in there already cooked and just throw them in this liquid, you know, to cook together with the vegetables. And of course it's all ready to eat. And I've added 2 teaspoonfuls of the turmeric, and I'm going to finish it off with some coriander. I love coriander, and some extra virgin olive oil as well. So I haven't added any oil or anything like that into this soup anyway. So what I'm going to do now is just switch this off. Let's switch this off altogether, and I'm going to dish up for just one person, and maybe this can serve 2 or 3 depending on how hungry you are. And I've got lots of chicken in here. Look at that, so much chicken, you know, to serve at least 2 people. And because I'm going semi keto anyway, so I can put plenty of chicken in my bowl with the liquid, and that's lunch. And also to finish off this, you take out all of the chicken, okay, the bones and everything, or you just turn this into a sieve and let the liquid sit on its own until it cools down. It cools down and it becomes like jelly, and that is your collagen, what you are aiming for. And as I said before, if you want this more of collagen or more in this collagen, you add fish heads, chicken feet, and things like that. Whatever product that has joints and lots of bones in it will make a good collagen. Okay, so I'm going to put that lid on just for now, and I'll come back to that and finish it off. So I'm just going to serve this. Let's take some chicken into here for myself, just the way I like it. Okay, more chicken and more chicken. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, more chicken. Okay, now let's add some liquid into this and some vegetables to give us some crunch. Some carrot, celery, and don't forget the fennel. I can also put a shaving of the fennel into this to add more crunch, more flavor into this dish. And this is the fennel that I used before. I'm just going to put a shaving of it into this. So let's just cut a little bit. Bring this and grab the knife. So I'm just going to put this down. The fennel. give us a little bit of a punch. As I said, you can use this fennel in your salad. Why not in the soup to top it up? There we go. A bit more of the fennel in here. And let's get some fronds of the fennel to go on the soup as well. Give you more of that aniseed. Okay, and a drizzle of the olive oil. Perfect. Good quality. Brush. I'm going to wipe my fingers. Okay, and also I love coriander. It's one of the most. This is a lightly dried coriander which I pick up online, and this has been in the fridge at least for 2 weeks. So I don't want to freeze it, but I can just leave it in the fridge for immediate use. Okay, so there we have it. It's all ready now. Let's move this out of the way. That is my chicken broth soup with vegetables, root vegetables, and fennel. So, oh my goodness, this is amazing. The flavor, look at that liquid, good liquid. That's turmeric, giving it that color. And, oh my goodness, this is insane. I will pay whatever price for this in a boutique restaurant. I mean boutique, on a very expensive holiday. If I get served this, I will be as happy as a Larry. Anyway, that's me done for today. Well, for this cooking. So hopefully you also can enjoy making this at home and sharing it with your family. A nice warming, fragrant chicken broth soup. Thanks for watching my video, and thank you for coming back. If you're new, thanks for coming. Leave us comments there and let us know what you think. Enjoy. Goodbye.